a special conversation we've decided to introduce in the middle of the week, actually to start the week. And part of this is because we've been following the conversations about the president's trips. A couple of weeks ago, I introduced something I wanted us to use to gauge and analyze the president's trips. And I said we were making a mistake. What we were doing was a cost-only analysis of the president's trips. So we had an entire media splash of how many places he's gone. I think there were 39 at that time. How much money on average? Nobody really has the specifics because, of course, there are some figures that don't come out in terms of the company he travels with. But there was this hullabaloo. You know, the president has gone to too many countries. He's traveling too much. Because he had traveled to 39 countries. First, let me tell you something. It's very hard for a president to just travel. You know, first you have to get invited. You have to be welcomed. There's a structure that goes. So when you're traveling, it means that where you're going, you're actually expected. The second thing about the president's travel is that he's been very specific to ensure that every trip he makes has some benefit to the country. Of course, guys have been arguing, what that benefit is, but let's just assume he's made 39 trips, and each trip has made has gotten 1,000 jobs or 2,000 jobs or 5,000 jobs for Kenyans, right? And so we start doing what I was calling cost-benefit analysis, because when you do a cost analysis, it's like arguing about how much money you spend to go to work, or how much bus fare you're paying, or how much fuel you're paying, and saying at the end of the month, you're arguing, I spend 200 shillings every day on transport bus fare. So by the end of the month, I've gone for 25 days, I have spent 5,000 shillings. And it is a lot of money, depending on where you're speaking from. However, you don't tell people how much money you made from going to work. So you say, I'm spending 500 shillings a day on fuel. So in 25 days, you're there arguing, I have spent 12,500 shillings on fuel, plus parking and what. And you really make a fuss about that. But what you're not telling people is that every day you go to work, you make money. So when we're doing an analysis of the president traveling out of the country, it is important we do a cost-benefit analysis. Every trip, what we need on every trip is the benefits of that trip to the country. But I want us to go a bit further than that. One of the other things we have not noticed is how many heads of state have actually come to Kenya. The last time I was trying to count and I got to 31 heads of state or international organizations or heads of government who have actually made a trip to come to Kenya in the last 1 year. Now, let me put this in context. From the independence of this country, we've never had a president who has had that many trips or visits in their first year in office. This is something that we need to think about. So President Ruto has been in office for approximately a year. He has done 39 visits. He has hosted approximately 31 heads of state. Meaning, he has done 70, right? When you do the figures, it's approximately 70 heads of state either he has met with or who have come here or he has gone to meet. Now, assuming, as we always say, that your network is your net worth, think about the kind of network that President Ruto has built within the last 12, 13 months, right? 70 nations have basically, call him 60 because some have been repeat trips, call him 60 networks that he has established as president within 1 year. These networks are all meant to enhance the relationship between the two countries, expand the opportunities that exist, and bring investments here or open markets there. Maybe part of the reason why we're not having this conversation is that we don't have enough information. But we'll keep pushing and asking for that information. But let's put things in context. That is an amazing job that he has done. Let me finish with this example. I'm a business owner these days. And I'm just trying to paraphrase where President Ruto finds himself. So you are a new CEO of a company that has existed for 60 years. And when you work very hard to earn this CEO job, then the minute you get the job, you realize first, that company has a lot of debt, right? It's not doing very well on production, but it's got a very good human resource. The people who work there are amazing people. A lot of potential, a lot of smart people, a lot of young people, a lot of labor. And this company, you want this company to exist. So what do? If you're a smart business person, the first thing you do is try to enhance production so that you get new markets. But even before you go to enhancing production, you most probably want to try and sell what you're doing, sell it better. So you're going to look for new markets, right? And then you're going to enhance production. So the first thing actually is trying to get markets for the products you have, trying to expand the market so that you can actually sell, move a lot of the product you have some income and expand. Assuming you're not able to do that, you're going to do the second thing. You're going to look for how to enhance the production or expand the production capacity of what you have. Now, to expand your market, you're going to travel. You're going to have to go outside your company to start looking for other companies which can actually be able to buy your product. To enhance your capacity to do more production, considering you have debts and your financial cash flow is not very good, you're going to have to look for investors. So assuming you're in that environment, what are you doing? You're going out there to look for markets, you're investing, you're inviting investors to come and actually engage with your company and understand the opportunities that your company offers. Is that what President Ruto has been doing? When he goes out, is he engaging potential investors into this country, or do we just see him visiting? Do we actually understand that a lot of what he's doing is trying to get the country mainstream and people to understand what we're doing in this country, and trying to get people to actually come and invest here, trying to get people to buy our products? Then you come back here and you bring in other visitors and you show them around. You show them Silicon Valley in Machakos, and you show them the kind of capacity young people can do. When the king was here, it's a big coup, by the way, for a new president. When President Ruto hosted the king, he walked him around, showed him some of the things young people are doing. And you notice that a lot of the times when presidents visit here, they are shown one or two things that are going on in the country. When the president visits, he also goes and sees a couple of things that are happening, trying to see whether they can bring that investment here or we can get a market for our product there. My opinion, President has traveled a lot. I think he needs to keep traveling. That would be my opinion, and I know I have done this before, but I think we are missing the point. Let him keep traveling as long as those travels are to get us new markets and to get us new investors. Add that to what the Deputy President is doing, what Musalia Mudavadi is doing, and I assure you, in my opinion, this is how we're going to get this country out of the situation it is in right now. So those are my thoughts. I continue running my small business over here at Rware Central, accommodations, conferences, and food. Karibu sana when you're in town. God bless you. God bless Kenya.